To begin threading, you'll need your top thread and your bobbin. Make sure your presser foot is up. Retrieve the bobbin from the bobbin case. And if you need more, get class 15 transparent bobbins. For the top threading, attach your thread spool and include the thread cap. Take your thread and run it through guide number 1. Snap it in place and bring it over to your bobbin winding tension disc. Follow the guide on the machine and make sure the thread goes between the two discs. Insert the thread through one of the open holes on the bobbin. Then place the bobbin down all the way onto the spindle and push it over. Make sure that the thread is being held onto above the bobbin. Press down onto the foot pedal to start winding. After a few rotations, you can cut the thread close to the bobbin. Now you can continue winding the bobbin. You can stop at any time, or it will automatically stop when it's full. Push the bobbin to the left, take it off of the spindle, and cut the thread. To place the bobbin into the machine, make sure the thread coming off of the bobbin is counterclockwise. If it's clockwise, it is incorrect. Place the bobbin in and put your finger over it to hold it in place. Take the thread through the first guide and the second. You can leave the thread tail hanging out for now, we'll cover that later. If you're confused about the thread placement, there is a guide on the cover. And replace your cover. After winding your bobbin, this is how the top of your machine will look. Turn your hand wheel towards you until you can see the take-up lever. This raises your needle, and make sure that the presser foot is also raised. Take your thread and follow it through the thread guides, starting with number 1. Snap the thread into place and follow it to number 2. Bring it down through the horseshoe and back through the take-up lever. Make sure the thread is fit snugly inside and continue following the thread guides. Bring the thread down through thread guide number 6 and the last thread guide directly above the needle. To thread the needle, bring down the built-in threader, bring the thread underneath the first hook and underneath the last hooks in front of the needle. Pull the threader back and let it go. You should see a little loop of thread. Grab that and pull it through the eye of the needle. Now it should be threaded. Bring the thread underneath the presser foot and to the back. Hold onto the thread tail. Hold the thread tail tight and turn the hand wheel towards you. Keep turning, and this will grab the thread from the bobbin and pull it through the needle plate. You should see a little loop of thread come up. Grab that and pull it all the way out. Now you should be good to test some stitches. The machine should come set to a straight stitch. If it's not, just turn it back. On the needle plate, you'll find measurements in metric and inches. Use these lines to help sew a straight stitch. I'm going to be using 5/8. Place down your fabric and place down the presser foot. Begin sewing by pressing your foot down on the pedal. Make sure the needle is up and bring your presser foot back up. Cut the thread using the cutter on the side and check your stitch. If it doesn't look right on both sides, rethread the machine. And now let's sew a seam. To sew a seam, gather your fabric and place it under the presser foot. Lower your presser foot and sew a few stitches. Press down on the reverse lever to sew a few more stitches. And then continue sewing normally. When you get to the end of your fabric, press the reverse lever down one more time, and then continue sewing off of your fabric. Bring the presser foot up. The reverse lever helps keep the end of seams from unraveling.